I slept 50 feet off the ground in a hammock in this tree. Welcome back. This channel was previously called More with Less. I found that there's a lot of competition with that name, and it didn't quite do justice for what I'm trying to do in this channel. So this channel is now renamed Adventures in Reach. And the whole idea there is to show people and tell people that there are lots of adventures all around us and that they are within your reach to do. You can do them. You don't need to break the bank. You don't need to travel out of country. You don't need to have tons of experience, but you do need to be willing to kind of stretch yourself, push yourself, and try something new. And I hope that I can inspire you guys to do that with some adventures like this, and that you can try some parts of this at home, and that you can know after doing it that you are capable of doing things that you couldn't before, and hopefully that'll bring you to try some other things as well and build off of it. So I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy seeing this video of me sleeping in the hammock, and please tell your friends to subscribe, and thank you for watching. So I'm nearing the top of the ridge here, and we're finding some pines, and we'll start looking around at these, figuring out what's going to be our hanging home for the night. All right, so here's the spot I'm settling on. These two big trees here. I should be able to get up quite a ways. I've got some decent branches that I can, you know, use to get a rope around, to climb up a little further. They're not crazy far apart, so I should be able to get two ropes up there. First thing, we gotta get a delivery line up a ways into the tree. Now, here's what I like to do. I like to take and wind these back and forth like this, okay? And then I take one turn around. If you just keep doing that, it twists the fibers in the rope and it will just get stuck up there. So just twist the whole bundle, the spin rope around it. So I've thrown many rocks before, and sometimes I end up resorting to that, but I've had them get stuck way too many times, and it's not really my preference. So I just do this coil. I do a little loop on each side of my finger or hand here. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, see that? It's already down at the ground here. What I do to tie these together is a double fisherman's. Some guys put a hole, they'll actually melt a hole in the end of their, you know, the main rope, and thread the delivery line through it. Some people use a much smaller delivery line too. Okay, so then we pull this guy up and over. Okay, perfect. So I essentially got the rope swung around the branch here, clipped it on. You want to make sure you're going around the trunk of the tree, not just the branch itself. This delivery line that I had, I'm going to tie this back on here, onto this carabiner here, and that way I will be able to pull it back down if I don't like the placement or something. Okay, so I've got a gree here attached to my harness. I've got an ascender here with a loop down to my foot, and I've got a pulley here. So the whole process for this, we lift this high, and then I kind of stand up and pull through the pulley, and that takes the slack out and leaves me hanging from my waist again. So I'm up to my point. So this is as far as I can go with the setup that I have. So now I kind of have to switch over. And I've got a couple things to do that with. So right now, you can see I'm up quite a ways, my bag down there. All right, so the plan here is to climb back up and pull my bag with all the stuff up, you know, the hammock and sleeping bag and all. I've done a lot of climbing and rope rescue and that sort of thing. You know, I volunteer with St. Louis County Rescue, have a bit of training, you know, I think there's a sticker there for one of them. But it's a little different with a tree because, you know, they move around and there's branches that break off and you're like, is this, how good is this, you know? All right, so now I'm attached up top here. Before I go further, remember I was saying that, you know, if you're bored with the pandemic, staying at home, do something different, try something a little different. Now this is way different. I don't encourage most people to do this. Like I said, I have training. I work with St. Louis County Rescue Squad. You know, I teach low angle rescue. I have a lot of experience rock climbing and doing the rescue and all that. And so this is within my comfort zone or within my skill set. However, you know, it's a little different on trees because things move. I don't know if you can tell right now, but this tree is moving probably 3 inches side to side. It's 20-25 mile an hour winds right now. And so it's moving around. Things are shaking, and I'm guessing that tonight I'm going to be swinging a little bit. So it's just a little different up here. And so when I'm talking about during the pandemic doing something different like this, I'm talking about, you know, take a hammock and go sleep in your backyard. Take a hammock and sleep at your friend's yard, or, you know, ask your neighbor or something. Ask them to join you. They might be interested, you know. I mean, hammocks are pretty comfortable. They're pretty relaxing. Maybe not in this scenario at least, but we'll see. But they can, you know, they're very relaxing, and, you know, a lot of people like them, so why not try it? And you do something that you do every day, sleeping in a different way in a hammock, and it feels very adventurous because it is. It's different. Your brain isn't on autopilot then, and you've got something new and a new experience, a new memory, something to talk about, share with your friends, post on social media, whatever it is. And so it's a fun, adventurous thing to do. So anyway, I'm gonna get really adventurous here, and I'm gonna kind of use this rope. I've got it attached about 8 feet up there. I'm gonna walk out on this branch with the rope holding most of my weight. The branch will just kind of be guiding me. And I'm gonna be pushing this hammock out a ways just to get it on, you know, on the rope, spread out, and see where I need to put the anchor up here for this end. Part of this, after a while, you really get to trust your gear. All right, I think that's about as far as I'm gonna get it. Looks like it's fairly level and all. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rotate you over here. I'm gonna head back down there. See if I can get in the hammock just kind of as a test. And we'll go from there. This just feels ridiculous. I'm standing in a hammock 50 feet up in a tree as it's rocking back and forth. The wind's blowing. Oh man. Rappelling into a hammock. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh god. And I'm gonna sleep here. All right, so I went in for a little bit to have some dinner and hang out with my wife and all. So now it's just me trying to find a way here. So been walking through the woods for a little while here. It's a little ways back. So I think up here just found this rock I believe I recognize. So there's a tree that's got a dead top on it. And I know I passed it and it was somewhere on this ridge, and actually it's right here. Here we are. You can see up there. So anyway, the plan, I'm gonna climb up the tree in the dark, see if I can get in there, get all my stuff, get my sleeping bag set out and everything, and do all that without falling out. So I'll catch you when I'm up there. Hey, so here we are again. So it's a little crazy. I'm about to get into the hammock, get things situated. It's supposed to be about 20 degrees tonight, and the winds are certainly whipping. They're probably 30, maybe 35 mile an hour gusts. The trees are swaying quite a bit. You can probably see it a little bit, but the hammock is kind of bouncing and swinging. It'll be interesting sleeping in it, but you know, everything is safe. I've kind of looked over and thought over, you know, everything that I set up, and it's all safe. I think I'm going to stay roped in through the night, just as an added bit of precaution, partly because it is windy. Before I go there too, I want to encourage you guys to again do some cool things, do some different things, right? There's, you know, comfort zones, right? So your comfort zone of what you're normally comfortable with, and then, you know, it's kind of small if you don't do a lot, but as you do more that challenges yourself, and it's that growth mindset, well, you end up growing your comfort zone with that. And so those new experiences lead to new experiences and lead to more interesting, adventurous things, right? And as long as you stay within that, you know, the safety, right? You don't want to go out of the growth zone and into a danger zone. But it really depends what you're doing, and if you have instruction or not, and the quality, of course, of that instruction. But even that, you know, that safety, the ability for you to stay safe grows larger as your comfort and skills and you know, and you grow with that. So anyway, I encourage you to do different things and start small. I'm going to kind of rappel into the hammock here, get myself situated, so hope it goes well. It will. I'm settled in here in my sleeping bag. I'm toasty warm, feeling more comfortable about what I've got going on here, this whole situation, and yeah, I'm confident in what I've got. It's more just it's just different. The wind is still going. You know, I'm certainly swinging around a bit, but I think it's going to be a good night. I put my sleeping pad inside my sleeping bag, which is a first, but I figure that'll keep it from slipping out in the night and falling. So it's pretty comfy. Like I said, I'm nice and warm. So anyway, it's probably going to drop another 15 degrees tonight. I think I should be ready. So hopefully I'm still hanging here in the morning, and we'll catch you then. Live different. Well, good morning. It's been a comfortable night, really. You know, a little interesting getting used to, you know, the wind swaying the hammock, but otherwise, I mean, I was actually very comfortable. Welcome to my sunrise. So a couple thoughts. I definitely feel more alive after doing this, or while doing this still, than before. A sleeping bag that's a colder rating than what the actual temperature is when you're suspended in the air and it's windy is a good thing. Hammock camping is a lot of work. You know, it takes a lot to get the ropes up and get your hammock up and get in safely and get your gear up there. But yeah, it's very pretty, especially, you know, waking up in the morning here and seeing the sunrise, and yeah, just hearing the wind blowing through the trees, which is my, you know, favorite sound, you know, that wind through red pines. Yeah, it's this was a good choice. Just if you do this, if you're trying to do this, like the really tall version, try to, you know, get some training or some instruction, and you know, start slow if you don't have that, and please be safe and double check your knots and double check, make sure your carabiners are locked and all that sort of thing. Just be safe doing it, and get rid of the boredom during this time, you know, when people are stuck at home or near home and looking for things to do, and you can't do the normal. All right, I'm back to the hammock after the search call. Person ended up coming to us, so I didn't have to do a whole lot. Ended up doing about a mile of walking through the woods to get to my squad vehicle and back. So I'm actually gonna go back up. I'm still tired. You know, went to bed fairly late and then got that call early. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep in the trees. I'm just gonna show you where this thing is at here. So there's my stuff on the ground, and we zoom up there. We go up the tree, up the tree, up the tree. It's a ways up there. Hey, so if you've enjoyed this video, if it's inspired you in some way, if you've decided to go sleep in your hammock tonight, please consider liking the video, and above else, subscribing to my channel. It gives me the inspiration to continue doing these videos and hopefully adding value to your lives. I'll keep having more videos come out every week to 2 weeks, and I have plenty more ideas on, you know, things you can do at home, ways to add adventure to your life, and some crazy things like this that you can watch me do, or try it out if it's your thing. So anyway, please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you. I have to say that all the swinging is making me a little nauseous, but we're good. I'm almost done here.